Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So you join me in a place we don't spend much time very often. We are in the garage, which is where the Bobber lives. Now the reason we're here is because the Tiger is on the front drive and I have to go through two normal house doors through the utility room to get to the workshop, and the Tiger doesn't fit. So we go out there, we've got to get the tank off because there's a bit of a fuel leak. So it was a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. Not overly, it was just getting the tank out of position once it was all disconnected. The disconnect was absolutely brilliant. There's some really good self-sealing quick connectors for the fuel rail. There's one vacuum line and the electrical connector for the pump. And on the other side you've got the electrical connector for the fuel sender. That's about it really. 2 bolts hold the tank on and away we go. So I'm going to go and take that into the workshop. We'll have a look at the where the leak is coming from, and I think while we got this off we might have a order of an air filter and then give it a going over before we put it all back together. But yeah, I couldn't buy a bike and not take it apart, could I? So we're back in the warm in the workshop and we got the tank off. So I'm just taking a look now. And down here you can see where the leak is fairly apparent. It's from this fitting, which basically equalises the level. So you've got 2 of these, there's one on each side of the tank that accounts for the odd shape to level out the fuel. Now, having seen some photos, I'll insert one here, which is off a forum of somebody asking specifics about the hose routing for the fuel lines, and they got a photo of this side and it doesn't look like this fitting, and I've seen a couple of second-hand tanks which also don't look like this fitting. So yeah, I think we have to have a closer look at that. It's a bit difficult to determine exactly where it's leaking from. Just a lot of debris and stuff. It's been doing it for a while, I think, but we'll get this cleaned up and then yeah, we'll have a bit of a look. So after doing a bit more digging, a bit more looking, this fitting is into a threaded boss in the plastic tank that is just turning. So as you saw earlier, I've taken out the fuel sender and it's definitely turning in there. It seems that the threaded boss in the tank is actually M8, which is obscure. It's not really a pipe thread, but this fitting is leaking. So I've got an option on a replacement tank if I need it. Don't really want to lay any more money out. That's not the purpose of this whole venture. So I'm going to take the fuel pump assembly out of the tank now, in the hope to get to the back of this fitting. I think you can. Looks like you can see the back of the pump through the centre hole. So get that pump out, get onto the back of it, see if we can get this fitting out, repair the thread, get that rebonded back in there, and then put a new fitting in. So let's get on with that. So yes guys, it is a couple of days later, and as you've just seen, I did end up replacing the tank. I've since repaired the issue with this tank, got the fitting out. It was a horrific repair they'd done, but I've managed to repair the thread, rebond the inserts. That tank is stripped of all its component parts. It will need a repaint, but that's all good to go and go on to its new home when I find it. The replacement tank, I just couldn't turn that down. It's in the correct colour. It's got some marks and scrapes here and there, but that's the nature of this bike and the whole idea of this trip being on a budget. But I got that tank for £30, so really couldn't turn it down. It's got all the correct fittings in it. All I'm waiting on now, I've got a roulette green vial of paint on the way, and Luke is going to be doing the repairs just to tidy it up a little bit. So we'll go around and see him. The tank is now with him in his garage, so we'll be doing that. And I'm waiting on Triumph to supply me a new gasket for both the fuel pump and the fuel sender. So as soon as they turn up, we can get them fitted. Obviously get the paint done on the tank, get it cut back and polished, and yeah, back on the bike. So more work to do. Didn't really want another project, but seems I've got one. So yeah, thanks for watching this one guys. Really appreciate the support as per usual. Click like, subscribe, all the good stuff. It's very late in the day now, and I'm going to edit this video and go to bed, so take it easy.